What's up, Legends? I will be doing a walkthrough of the Blades of Fire demo. The entire demo is the first 1 to 2 hours of content of the main game. All your progress in the demo will be transferable in the main game. Let's start a new adventure. I'm choosing the Path of Balance, Iron.
Where am I? Impossible. No. Someone needs my help.
This is the combat tutorial. As you can see, it's different from the traditional controls. Each face button has a specific angle of attack. Doing combos also consumes less stamina. This is the targeting and the active stamina recovery tutorial. Press R3 to lock on and use the directional stick to choose your target. The Breath of the Defender is a defensive stance that recovers your stamina almost instantly. Activate it by holding L2. I will also be adding timestamps for those who want to skip the cinematics.
Kid, time to go. We can't do anything. Now. Come on. Let's go inside. You've barely eaten, kid.
I would have died if you hadn't showed up.
Yes. I was too late. Too late for your old friend.
You must be Aaron, right? Abbot Doran told me he saw you at Queen Neria's coronation.
That was a long time ago.
Abbot Doran said it was a miracle you were still alive. We were looking for you. He said that all my questions would be answered as soon as we found you. Now he's dead.
Aye. That he is.
He wanted me to give you this. Wouldn't even let me look at it. That's a relic of the Forger's Age. The last of the 7 hammers that forged the world, but... how? Who are you? Exactly.
Been a long, hard day, lad. You can sleep in the barn. We'll talk tomorrow.
All right, Aaron. Tomorrow.
Welcome, Aaron Delira.
Where am I?
You stand in the Forge of the Gods.
What am I doing here?
You are now the bearer of a sacred hammer.
Who are you? And what do you want from me?
Forge your steel here, and prove yourself worthy.
This is the forging tutorial. We will be making our first weapon. First, we are going to the blackboard to design our weapon using the forged scrolls and the materials gathered from our adventure. For now, I'll be using the currently selected materials. This is where we shape our weapon using the forging hammer. The goal is to get the dark bars as close as possible to the shape of the weapon, which is a white line. I tried to hit up the billet to shape the weapon and complete the third star. Hitting up the billet consumes 5 hammer strikes. Unfortunately, I failed. You can now name your weapon to finish the forging. Select your new weapon and place it in your quick inventory. You can store 4 weapons in your quick inventory.
Time to go, lad. I'm going to the palace. You can join me if you like.
The palace? What for?
I'm going to kill the queen.
Here I'm using the sword to target the soldiers' heads using the triangle button. It's time to put our new weapon to the test. This boss is in full armor, so blunt damage is effective here. You can still attack with 0 stamina, but your attack will be so slow.
Pack the ox, boy. Time to go.
Do you know much about this region?
I used to, but that was 15 years ago.
This is the domain of the necromancer Acides. It's lord to the Queen's banner.
Never heard of him.
Have Private Doran and I passed through these lands on our way to yours. The creepy stories about Ace cities. Kidnapped families, desecrated tombs. Don't even get started on bloodthirsty rich.
Look.
Those are...
The Queen's dogs. What you heard must have been true.
What do we do now?
There.
Here we can change the color of our gear using dice. Those items can be acquired later on. This is the combat styles tutorial. A green outline on the selected enemy means that your chosen weapon and style will penetrate their armor and deal maximum damage. An orange outline will also penetrate but will not deal maximum damage. A red outline means your chosen weapon and style will not penetrate and will just bounce off the enemy. Always make sure that your weapons in your quick inventory covers all combat styles. Preparation is key. Here I'm using the sword, using the piercing style, and trying to focus on the enemy's head. Currently it is unprotected. Trying to block the attacks. Guard has been broken because our block gauge has been consumed entirely, but it will also recover over time. The block gauge is just below the stamina gauge.
I have a moment.
Focusing on the enemy's head. Switch back to the polearm. Polearms or blunt attacks are also effective against small enemies. Now we're going up the staircase to get the health gem. Always try to break the breakables to get materials for forging. Here's the health gem. Next, we're going back out to get the stamina gem. We're going left here. Break the barrels, get materials. Sometimes you'll see a blue lady there. Switch back to the polearm. One shot. That's the full charge heavy triangle attack. Hold down the triangle, full charge, one shot. Now time to get the stamina gem. Next we're going for the water elemental. Here is a statue.
Curious looking statue.
In order to activate this, you need to present the weapon that corresponds to the statue. This statue requires you to have
How?
a dagger equipped. Right now we don't have a dagger, so we can't do anything about it right now. Here's the water elemental fight. Switch to the polearm, heavy attack. The water elemental just always does these sweeping attacks. Sweep, sweep, and go for attack, counter attack. Always use the breath of the defender to regain your stamina quickly. If you can use it after each attack, that's good. Always try to have a stamina, to have your full stamina. Try to get this guy, and next we're going to get the stamina gem. Going back to the house. Here we can get both stamina gem and health gem. Destroy the barrels. Try to get materials. There will be 2 guards guarding the stamina gem. 1 down. Another charge attack.
If they're as good as the previous ones, they'll serve me well.
We both attack at the same time, but I have hyper armor, so my attack continued. There's the stamina gem. We already have 2. We only need 2 more to upgrade our stamina bar. Getting materials. Here we can drop down to get the health gem. It's being guarded by 3 soldiers. Now I'm just using heavy attacks, using the triangle attack to focus on the head. Triangle is the downward attack. Here's the health gem. Trying to unlock the doors. Next, we're going to the secret area that is only accessible on top of the roof. There's a hole on top of the roof. That's where we're going to drop down to and get the health gem. We are going there right now. Go through here. Go left here. Go up and drop down. There are 2 assassins right here, so be careful.
Never mind that. Keep writing.
Currently using the slashing attack with 20% penetration. Switch back to the thrust attack because it has a higher penetration. The assassin's armor is 30%. We have 31% penetration. That's not good. So switch back to the polearm. It is also effective against these assassins. Trying to use the breath of the defender to recover stamina instantly. Two assassins down. Now that's the health gem. We only need 1 more to upgrade our health bar. Next, we are going to the second anvil before we go and fight the troll. Don't go through there to the caravan. Go to this path and go to the anvil. Be sure to rest here and repair and forge weapons if necessary, because you're going to need it against the troll. Now I'm making a new sword using new materials that I've acquired. No good materials as of yet, so I just use the default materials. Time to hammer the billet. I'm really bad at this. Oh, I almost got a star right there. Okay, almost there. Okay, I heated up the billet. It will consume 5 hammer strikes. Okay, we already have 1 star down. Trying to get another star. It's important to get more stars because the stars are equivalent to your repairs. So I'm trying to get a second repair here. If I can. It's not looking good though. Oops. Almost got it. Can I get it? Only have 3 strikes, 3 hammer strikes, only 2, almost there. Damn, almost there. 1 more. Ah, man, unfortunate. So after all that, I only got 1 repair. Now we're not gonna name that weapon. Time to go back and beat the troll. Don't forget to equip your newly forged weapon. Always make sure that it's in your quick inventory. We're switching to the piercing style. All I'm doing right now is dodging and triangle attacks. A charge triangle attack. It's better to just dodge his attacks rather than block or parry, because if you try to block this, it will just penetrate you. And the parry timing is quite difficult in this game. You really need like a parry weapon to have more iframes, to have more active frames for the parry. Right now we're trying to decapitate the troll, so he won't stop regenerating. So he will stop regenerating. It's really hard to get close because he's still sweeping aimlessly. Almost there. Ah, no. Set generated. You just have to decapitate him again. Now he's dazed, so go for the decapitation. Now he's dead.
Something tells me it won't be the last.
Now we're going to the gate
must
that
insert the
requires a lever. Now we're trying to go find that lever.
Forget it. There's no way into that damn swamp.
There has to be. Orders from the Queen, find the old witch and slit her throat. If we don't,
These folks are talking about the witch. We are going to meet her later. For now, let's dispose of them and get a stamina gem through here. Inside this house. That's the third stamina gem. There's another stamina gem close by. Just have to beat this guy first. Oof, one shot. Always try to go and break the breakables to get materials. That's the fourth stamina gem. So our stamina bar has increased. Now we're going to to get inside a secret room. Just have to deal with these guys first. The secret room is just behind that wall, behind this wall. Going to break it. Open the door. There's an assassin here. Be careful about it. Okay, block. Assassin down. Now we are going down on the ladder. Going to kick this ladder and go down. Here we can get the Forger's Criptex. If you can see below, that's the troll. We're going to fight that later. Now that's the chest containing the Forger's Criptex.
Kid, grab that.
That's a forger's criptex. I'm opening it. Criptex unlocked. Your move, Aaron.
What the Forger's Criptex does is it increases the forging star for the weapon that you chose. So I chose the great sword and sword. Now we have a maximum of 5 forge stars that we can obtain when forging a great sword or a sword. Now we rest for a bit. Next we are going to get the lever. Go straight through this path. Switch to the polearm. He has quite a bit of an armor. Block, block. Full charge to the head, one shot. Okay, that's the lever that we need to open the gate. Now these dudes are fully armored, so a blunt weapon like the polearm is very effective here. My swords will just bounce off these dudes. Okay, try to pick them off one by one because it's really difficult if you get camped.
Can't wait to see it.
We're doing charge attacks here, but it's not one shot really. Okay, he's being too slippery right now. Keeps evading my attacks because my attacks are really slow. Okay, we got him. Always do a combo because it consumes less stamina. Can't get a one shot because these guys are fully armored. Now we're going to the fourth anvil. Break this first, get materials. Now we're going to rest and prepare for a boss fight. Switch back to the sword. I sharpened it to increase its penetration value. Charge attack to the head. Switch back to the polearm because he keeps defending. I can penetrate his defenses using a charge attack from the polearm. His attacks are really slow, but it really hits hard. Dodge. Charge attack. One more. That's like half my health bar. We got the key. Now here's the mark of the Master Forger.
Yes. This is a sign of a Master Forger.
And where can we find a Master Forger?
None remain alive. I heard a rumor some time ago that one of them was exiled to Carlethal Swamp. I reckon she must be dead by now.
As you can remember, the guards were talking about a witch in the swamp. That's where we are going now. We are going to fast travel back to the third anvil. From there, we can go through the path towards the swamp. Okay, I went back to the forge. I think I'm gonna forge another sword. Yeah, I'm just creating another sword so I can have a spare. We don't have high quality materials yet, so I'm just choosing the default. I won't do the hammering again. I'm just using the forge memory so I can complete the weapon immediately. Our forge memory is 1 star because I only got 1 star before when I was forging the sword. If I got 2 stars back then my forge memory will be 2 stars. I recycled my other sword, get back some materials, now heading back to the world. Now our next objective is to get to the witch. Oof, 1 shot. I forgot to do a combo there, so he lived quite a bit. I always forget the combo. Okay. As you can see, I penetrated his guard just by using a charge blunt attack. It consumes a lot of stamina though. It is important to always use Breath of the Defender after a full charge attack to recover your stamina quickly. 1 more. Okay. We almost got hit there. Go here and we can find a forger's device.
It looks like some kind of forger's device. It's petrified, so it's probably made of steel.
It is petrified, so the queen petrified it. We're going to clear these 2 soldiers right here and access the statue using the polearm. This is a polearm statue, so he will accept our weapon. Okay, I got new materials for crafting. Those materials are for the polearm, of course. Now we are going to unlock the gate. Break these barrels first, get the materials. Past this bridge, we are going left towards the enemy encampment, where we will going to fight another boss and also a chest for a armor die. We'll be sticking to our polearm. We are one-shotting the soldiers with a charge attack. A triangle charge attack. Triangle to focus on their heads. Downward attack. Now we are going for the boss. We are not switching weapons. Okay. Just aiming for his head. Dodge and charge attack. Oof, got hit there. And spending too much health here. Too much potions here. packs quite a punch. That's done. Now we're going for the chest.
Great. I've always been more into pictures than words.
That's the armor die. Another weapon statue. Trying to get materials. Fortunately, there's no materials here. Now we are going for the 5th and last anvil. I'm clearing the undead first.
Sure do smell bad.
Using combo attacks. Left, right, left, right. Towards here is the 5th anvil. Rest here and forge or repair your weapon because we're going to fight a troll afterwards. Always make sure that your weapon are sharpened so you will deal more penetration value. I'm trying to clear up these undead first so they won't interfere with the boss fight. Always use Breath of the Defender after your combos. I guess that's all of them. From here we can see a corpse
Have you seen
of
that
a
corpse?
It's a
paladin.
cursed paladin of the Aurora.
A
If we
cursed
find their name,
paladin.
we can free their soul.
We're going to get his name later. But right now we're going for the troll. Doing charge triangle attacks. Dodge, triangle attack. The red gauge is the recoverable gauge. As you can see, that's his health is fully recoverable. So if we stop attacking, he will just regain to full health. Right now he's dazed. Chop off his head and try to remove all his red gauge. He can also mutilate his arms. There's a chance that you can mutilate those. Almost got it. Can't get through because this keeps wailing his arms. Okay, he recovered, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, he's dazed again. As you can see, I chopped off his left arm. Okay, that's the troll down. Now we're going to get the final health gem to increase our HP bar. Next, we're going to find the name of the cursed paladin. As you can see, there's a mark on the tree.
I've never seen this symbol before.
It looks like the name of a cursed paladin of the Aurora.
So the kid deciphered it. Now we got his name. And we're going back to the cursed paladin.
Here is the paladin of the Aurora. I pronounce his name in Forger's speech. Taete! He was the youngest of the paladins. You'll find his
By
story
doing
in the
that,
chronicles.
we got a quest item.
A beautiful blue child.
Yes. The cut is exquisite.
We can't finish the quest yet in the demo, so we're just going to finish it on the main game when the game comes out. Now we're done. We're just going to the gate, open this gate using the using Adso.
Of course I can, you old fogey.
And yeah, that's it. That's the last cinematic. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a lot from it. If you liked the video, please hit like and subscribe. If I missed something, you can leave it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again later.
Good job. Good on you.
Damn! Of all the stupid thing.
You know
How could this possibly
No?
Damn! Stupid thing.
he doesn't seem the friendliest of hosts.
Never to see a sight like that as long as I lived, and I've lived a long time, but I'll be back up. I surely will. I've no mistake about it. How the hell did they open the gateway? One of them must be Forger, that's for sure. Nosy parkas. So much sweat for nothing. Now it's too late. I must go. Save chanterelle for later, so juicy. But for now, it's a cold meal. Wake up, you old hot carab! What? First time with a hot carab? Something new for your thick skulls. What a pair of hicks! Don't you dare follow me. You've caused enough trouble.
It's quite remarkable.
Indeed.